How's it going, everybody? Banproof is back, and in today's video we're looking at a power bank from AsperX, that's what it says. It's a 10,000 milliamp hour battery pack with 30-watt quick charge capabilities. So let's not mess around, let's have a little look at it and see what we think. Before we do that though, just want to say this was sent to me by AsperX for the purpose of this video. They haven't asked me to check with them before I publish it or anything, but they reached out to me after seeing some of my other videos with battery packs on and said, you want to have a look at ours? So that's what we're doing. So let's take a quick look at the packaging. First of all, AsperX power bank, 30 watt, 10,000 milliamp hour quick charging. It looks like it comes with like an included cable of some kind as well. Then we've got a few little recommendations: traveling, fishing, camping, beaches. And I wish I was on a beach. It's raining here in the UK right now. And then it says it's USB, no memory effect, which most modern batteries don't have anyway. Quick charge, high conversion efficiency, and 72-hour safety test. There we go. And then finally on the back it gives you a few more technical specifications. You can see it's got a 37 watt hour power rating, Type-C input, Type-C input cable, USB output, USB Type-C output, and an output Type-C cable. Got various warnings, various things. It's a battery pack at the end of the day. Not too much to really look out there. Let's open it up and see what's inside. What do we get? What do we get? There's definitely a cable. It's a flat cable of some sort. Let's get it out and see. Only other thing in there is a manual, user manual. Not really much. Is it worth looking at a manual for a battery pack? I don't think so. Let's get straight into it. Comes inside a little plastic bag. And the stupid MacBook dock is firing up. It's a stupidly loud fan again. So we get a little tiny Type-C cable. I say tiny. Let's unwrap it. Let's see how tiny it really is. Maybe not as tiny as it looks. What? 30, 40, maybe 30 centimeters, 40 centimeters maybe. Type-C cable, and the finish is just plastic. It's just a cheap plastic USB cable. But the most important thing is the power bank itself, and first thoughts are the finish on it is quite nice actually. I don't know how well that will come across on camera. It's very shiny and reflective. Feels like it's made of a very solid metal, and it's like painted. It almost looks like almost like powder coated or something. It's probably not, but it's like painted, and it's got like a metallic finish on it. It's shiny, so it's going to be fingerprinty, but it's got like little flecks of metallicness inside. Like I say, I don't know how well you can see that. It might look kind of textured on the camera, but it's not. It's perfectly smooth. It's just a little bit sparkly, so that's cool. Comes with a little thingy over the screen, because it does have a screen on it. There's two buttons on the front, and there's an integrated USB-C cable, which I guess you can just pull out like this. There we go. Handy, I guess. Handy. I'm not sure what I think about the implementation of that. I mean, it makes it into a little hangy hole. And then on the top side, we've got the 30 watt max output USB-C. And on the bottom side, we've got output 22.5 watts for USB type A. And obviously the top one being in and out is where you would charge it as well. So I don't know what the two different buttons do, but let's try and figure it out. I'm going to press the big button first and see if anything happens. When I press the big button, it tells me that it's 77% full, so that's a handy feature to have. A bit more accurate than having like 3 or 4 lights like a lot of battery packs have, right? And the second button, which I try to press, isn't actually a button. It's just a silver thing. So one button tells me it's 77% full. That's handy to have. So I guess we should try charging something with it first of all, make sure it actually works. What should we go with? I guess I have a mouse right here. We can use that as it's right there, right? Let's try it with this cable first of all. We'll plug that in and we'll see what happens. Does anything happen on the screen? Yes, it starts charging and it tells me it's at 77%. Does it display anything else if I press the button? No, it doesn't. So I'm guessing that screen literally does just display the actual current charge of the battery, but it works. It charges that. I guess we need cables to test the other bits, right? Let's just make sure they all work, shall we? We'll plug that one into there and we'll connect that to the mouse and it starts charging. That works too. And then I guess finally I'm gonna need another cable for this one, aren't I? Type A to C cable. There has to be one here. Unless Laura stole it. No. I've got one. And we'll plug that into that side. And once again, we will plug the mouse in. And I would imagine it's going to work, right? But it does. And again, it shows the battery capacity on the battery itself. So on top of that, it also says that you can use all three at the same time. So let me just quickly find 3 USB-C devices and see if they charge. Right, we've got a DJI mic, we've got a mouse, and we've got another battery pack. So let's see what happens. So we'll plug that one in. And now we've got a bit of a funny situation, haven't we? Because we've got a battery pack into a battery pack, but this is out only on this cable, so it should be fine. That one's charging. Then we'll plug the DJI mic. Let's plug that into this one and see what happens. It starts charging, so we can see that one's charging. And then finally we'll plug the mouse in and that's charging. Is that still charging? Yes. All 3 items are currently charging. So it does what it says and still displays the actual percentage on there. So yeah, it says it charges fast. It's a very difficult thing to test. I don't know the best way to test that really. Last time I left my phone on charge for absolutely ages to see how long it took to charge it to full. But I don't think I'm gonna do that this time because it's kind of pointless. With the other one, I was testing a smaller battery pack. I wanted to see how much it could charge an iPhone 15. This one on their marketing, they say it can charge an iPhone 15 Pro 1.9 times. So that's how much you can get out of that. Obviously it will vary depending on the specific device, but those 3 things are all charging just fine. So that's that part. It works. It does what it says. You can charge 3 things at once. So apart from that, what is there else to really say? It's a battery pack. I guess the finish of it is nice. It feels solid and robust. I'm guessing looking at that it's probably got a couple of 18650 cells inside there, right? Looking at the size of that, it has to be surely the size and shape of it. I would imagine the sort of gubbins is in the middle here with an 18650 cell either side. Probably, most likely, it might even be like a 22700 maybe, I don't know. But yeah, it's gonna have a couple of round cells in there, I imagine, just based off the shape, but it's quite compact. I mean, the size of my hand for a 10,000 milliamp hour battery, that's a pretty good size, right? It is quite chunky though. So this is the Ugreen MagSafe battery pack. It's quite a lot bigger, and to compare it to something that you might be able to kind of recognize the size of, what can we say? An Apple Magic Mouse. Let's try that. There you go. It's smaller than the Apple Magic Mouse in height, but the thickness of it, I mean, the Magic Mouse is really quite too thin almost, but when you compare it to another battery pack, it's sort of double the thickness probably, isn't it, compared to this Ugreen MagSafe one. I think I might have another 10,000 milliamp hour battery pack just to compare it to. So here is another 10,000 milliamp hour battery pack from the brand Juice. It's a bit bigger. It's, you know, thickness wise it's probably about the same, but obviously this one doesn't have any of the screen or anything like that. It has sort of similar input and output. It has a USB-C and it has 2 type A's, but this one is not as fast charging as 30 watts, definitely not. The green one actually only does 15 watts, so this one's twice as fast. It has a screen, it has a built-in cable, tells you the battery percentage rather than, like I say, on a lot of battery packs do, it just has like 4 lights and it tells you how full it is. This one is empty because Laura uses it all day, every day when she's watching TikTok on her phone, and then wonders why a phone battery doesn't last very long. There you go, there's that. So I guess the final thing really is price, I would say. So currently it's on Amazon with a limited time deal for £19.99 here in the UK. Recommend the retail price of £29.99, whether it's ever actually sold at that. It also has a 15% voucher that you can apply to it on Amazon at the moment. So what's that? If you take £1.50 off twice, that's £3. So really you can get it for about 17 quid, which for a 30 watt 10,000 milliamp hour battery pack is pretty damn good in my opinion. This is the black version. It's also available in pink and white. The pink and white versions are currently £20, so they're an extra £1 for the coloured ones, £19.99 for the black. If you're not too worried about the colour of your battery pack, you can save yourself £1 basically. But apart from that, I don't think there's really much more to say, right? It feels solid, it seems to work, it does what it says. I'm sure it will charge just as you would expect it to, right? I don't have any means to test that it actually delivers 30 watts. If I'm going to keep reviewing battery packs, then that's something I should probably look into doing. So thank you for watching. Do check out the channel if you like other tech related videos, and hopefully we'll see you all really soon. So until next time, stay Banproof people. Peace.